Everyone. A lot of you guys were interested to know how I made my boss's Christmas gift. That was the silhouette picture. I think that's what's called. I don't even know how it is called. At least that's what I saw on Etsy, like silhouette picture. Anyways, this is the first time ever that I do a tutorial like this with the screen recording, so I apologize in advance if it's a little bit weird. But anyways, let's get to it. So here's the picture. To tell you the truth, this was the hardest thing to do of this whole project because I kept asking the kids to look forward and not make like funny things with their mouths and stuff like that, and they would just not. Every time I said like don't move your mouth, they would move their mouth. Look forward, they would look to the side. So it was like very tough, and it's very important that they don't do anything with their mouths because it literally changes the whole shape here. And I hadn't noticed that, and I did one, and this boy Ben, he was doing something funny with his mouth, and the mouth looked cute, but then after I traced it and I put it in black to check how it was, and this whole area of his face here looked like weird, and then it didn't resemble him. So that's one thing that I learned. Okay, so before I start the whole project, I like to trim this whole thing. Oh, wait. I like to put it here in curve because that makes it easier. So again, this is the slice tool, the knife tool. Sorry. I call it the slice tool. So all I'm gonna do for now is just clean up this area a little bit, and I like to use the curve tool, the curve setting, because it makes it easier to just go around and make it a little bit cleaner and easier to work with. There you go. Then the select tool, clean this out, and it may like not make much difference to some people, but it makes a difference for me, so I just like to clean it out. Okay, so after you cleaned it out, you're gonna trace the shape of the face. To do that, we're gonna use this line tool. It draws lines, and you're gonna use this one, draw a curve shape, because this is what's going to make it easier for you to follow the lines on the face. I am not going to zoom in right now. I may just make it a little bigger here. The size you have now, it's not important because of course you can change it. All I wanted is to have the whole picture on the screen in a way that it's easy for me to see it without having to move up and down. So if I zoom in too much, then I have to move the screen up and down to be able to see it. So I'm gonna start from the middle of the picture, not from the edge, because I don't know, I find it easier like that. You go as close as you can, and it's easier to just make as many dots as you can. So you stretch it a little bit, follow the shape. I'm not gonna do that strand of hair. And then you click. Follow a little bit and click. Follow a little bit and click. Putting as many dots as you can will make it easier later on when you have to edit the dots. And see, over there is not so close to the picture. That's okay, because when we go to edit the dots, we are going to fix it and make it better. Okay, here I could go straight, but I'll put some extra dots over here, because then when everything is done, I can delete or change the shape of the bottom and make something that looks nice. I didn't do the shirt part because his collar is a little bit loose, so it doesn't look very nice. So here on the nose, put as many dots as you can. Go little by little, because it's you always gonna have to edit a little bit and make it look a little better. So when you get to the hair, you can do whatever you want. I've seen, see, I'm gonna do it here just so you can see later on. I've seen people doing like little strands of hair poking out and looks kind of cute. So you can do it, and I think if it doesn't look nice as you thought, there's a way of cleaning it out later. Okay, so you click at the end like you saw here. You connected the end dot to the beginning dot to close the whole thing. So now you traced the whole thing. You go back to the select tool and you click on the line. Sometimes it's hard. You're supposed to click. I'm gonna zoom in as much as I can, because now we have to click. See, select the line and then you double click, and that's going to give you the feature of point editing. Okay, and this is the part that it's going to help you fix all the little mistakes that you can find. See here, so now you zoom in or out as much as you want, and you click on the little dots and you fix it. Isn't that great? It's very, very helpful. That's why putting as many dots as you can is very helpful. So you go around the whole thing and you bring the dots as close as you can to the picture. And since now you can leave it super close to super zoomed in, you can see very, very well. Alright, so you can fix the whole thing. Okay. See those loose strands of hair over there? You can trace that if you want. I chose not to because it's not always that he has a messy hair. So I chose not to follow those. But see here, you can just drag it in a little bit. And as you can see here, when you click on the dot, you get these two little blue dots. So then you can even adjust even more the curve by moving the blue dots. So it's very, how do you say, versatile to edit. And the good thing is that if you end up putting too many dots, you can just delete a point and then work from there. I'm not sure if you can add points, but you know, usually it's very simple. Usually just doing this helps a lot, and you can fine tune the whole process. Okay, this is the hardest part when you get to the lips and get to the little noses. Never noticed how many little curves a child's nose has. And but this is also the most important part because it's definitely going to make it look like them or not. So I should totally have added another dot over there. Hopefully it will work. So I said put as many dots as you can in this area. I did not put enough, my friends, but it looks like it's working out. Ben, since he was a tiny baby, he had the cutest little nose I've ever seen. His announcement picture, that was the first thing. His birth announcement was the first thing I noticed. I was like, what a cute little nose. Oh, see? There's a little, okay, that's better. There's a little tiny curve over there. Once here. Okay. Those pretty little eyes. Here. Eyebrows a little bit out. There you go. Alright. This is where we started. So, and there you have it. Now everything is set. You can give whatever shape you want here on the bottom. I kind of like gave, I deleted a couple points and I gave sort of a little round. Yep, that sometimes happens if you accidentally touch the picture, move the picture, just undo it, because it's very important at this stage that you don't move the picture so you don't mess up your editing. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna. Anyways, I fixed here the bottom. You literally can do whatever you want. If you want to do it straight, you can do it straight. I just saw this one on Etsy that was like a curved like this, and that's how I did the other ones, and I liked it how it looks. Because I had put too many dots. This is the hardest thing. Because I had to put too many dots, I ended up having to delete some, and then I kind of put it more or less on the shape that I wanted, and then I went through each dot and I used the smooth editing tool because that kind of helps make it nicer. Anyways, so here it is. It's done. Now, really, I just put the picture on the side, and I think it makes it easier to see how it is when you fill it with black. And that's it. It's done. It's really super easy. It's just a matter of going slowly in editing and making sure everything looks nice, and that's it. Then you can just fix the size that you need by going in and out like this, and that's it. And because it's vinyl, you don't need registration marks. Just put your vinyl on the machine and go to send and go to town. Look how cute it looks. I love it. I'm gonna make this to all my friends because it's quite expensive on Etsy, so it's a very nice gift. Anyways, I hoped this helped, and I hoped you guys could understand me. And thank you so much for watching, and bye.